What I remember most about the process working with Allegory, a couple things. First of all, that they found some real commonality after interviewing lots of different people from different contexts. It's really hard, I would imagine, to find what are those key concepts that define you. And we had really long, interesting debates and discussions about the different archetypes and which ones we really were based on the survey responses. And then we also had to figure out, well, what's the word? What are the words, the proper words to describe? And it was funny because I remember when we hit it, when we figured out visible and vocal, you could literally see everybody around the table going, yep, that's it. The challenge I had before I started working with Allegory was trying to speak in talking points about what a chamber does. And the belief statements gave me the language I needed to be able to quickly adapt to whatever audience was there and to make sure that they understood what it was we did to benefit the community or to benefit our members or to benefit where we were heading into the future. From every conversation I have in a given day to pulling them out to make sure as I'm writing something that I'm speaking in the right language. Social media posts come from it. Our newsletters all have the headline that's based on a belief statement. Our website, the new website design, is based on the belief statements. I send out a weekly email to our leadership council, which goes to about 200 local leaders. Every bullet point that identifies something we did is associated with one of those belief statements. It's a way of proving to ourselves and to the board that what we say we believe in, we actually act on. And so we've got actionable strategies that come out of those belief statements. And I cannot impress upon people how often I refer to them, how often I use them. We use it all the time, everywhere we go. And these belief statements allow me to tell the story in a really impactful, powerful, meaningful way that I think has resonated and connected with virtually every audience that I've been in front of. I can probably state to you all 18 of our belief statements. I cannot tell you what our mission statement is. So many organizations have mission statements that they don't believe in, that don't capture what they do. The belief statements for me really do, and that helps to differentiate. Steve Von Shank, the chairman of our board last year, he probably used the phrase visible and vocal in every speech he ever gave at every breakfast and every meeting. And it wasn't because I told him to or gave him talking points. He was our key volunteer and he got it. And it wasn't that he was trained to do it, it was that he actually got the whole idea of being visible and vocal and how important that belief statement was. So I see staff members and volunteers, leaders in the community, talking about the belief statements and actually using them in comments about the chamber. And when they're saying it without being prompted, that's when you've captured what the essence of a belief statement is supposed to be, I think. The belief statements that we have, that we worked with Allegory Studios to develop, have been incorporated now into our strategic plan. So many of, we have sort of pillars, and there's 6 different focus areas, and all of them are based around one of the 18 belief statements. So again, it's another way of reinforcing what we said we were all about. We have really incorporated it not only into the strategic plan, but into the actions that come out of that. It really goes from one end of the spectrum, designing the strategic plan, to communicating the actions that the chamber took. And all along, the one constant in there is whatever that belief statement was that helped motivate us and move us in the right direction.